Welcome to Santos Brothers Eats.
Food worth mentioning. All right, well, welcome back, everyone, to Santos Brothers Eats, where we're going to be talking about more food worth mentioning. And I'm with my brother, Chef Jeff Santos, and I'm, of course, his brother, Kenny Santos. And, well, Jeff, yesterday we had a little bit of a sweet tooth. We went to a place called Cinnaholic, and Cinnaholic is spelled with a C for cinnamon.
Yes.
And, now, have you been there before, Jeff? This is my
I've
first
been
time
there.
yesterday.
Yeah, I've been there one time. I forgot when they actually opened. So they have one location as of right now on the Danforth, the Bloor Danforth area. For those of you in Toronto, I forgot when they opened exactly, but I think I was there maybe at least a year or 2 years ago.
Okay.
I just happened to be in the Danforth area, and I do remember them. They had a special. I was just in the area, and I wanted to get some cinnamon rolls for myself and Diana. And so I went there, and I don't remember what I got. I think I just got the plain and the old school rolls, basically a cinnamon roll with the vanilla frosting on top and maybe one no frosting, just as is. But yesterday, it was Cinnaholic Day, and they were doing a special on $1 old school rolls. So basically, their basic roll, fresh baked cinnamon roll with vanilla frosting. It's usually $5, but it was their Cinnaholic Day, and they were selling them for $1 a piece.
Not bad.
Yeah. So we took advantage of getting one each, and then we also decided to get one of their specialty rolls. And so this is different from Cinnabon. We were just talking about it earlier before we started recording. Cinnabon only has like the basic cinnamon roll without frosting, and they have ones with apple and ones with pecans, and they might have seasonal ones as well. But they had maybe 3 or 4 that are already on display. So you just point the one you want. They will reheat it if you want to, and then add more icing, and there you go. And they are delicious. They are still delicious as is.
And Cinnabon is all over the world. Like that is
yeah.
on the internet. I never told you this, Jeff, but I remember once I was in Manila. At, one of those massive food courts at like the mega malls, and there was a Cinnabon there, and there was this big sign that they were very proud that they had Canadian apples. I never told you that. I was like, oh, that's interesting. I was like, okay,
yeah.
Being from Canada, I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting that they're announcing that.
Yeah, exactly. And Canadian apples. Thank you.
Exactly.
Why not?
And we were talking about it yesterday. Is that Cinnabon? They have this aromatic, almost like self-marketing, especially at Eglinton Station. And those of you that know Eglinton Station, you know that it seems like almost anywhere you are in that station, you can smell the Cinnabon. And
yes,
you know what? It just might be enough to make you want to go get some. Kind of like the popcorn at the movie theater. You're like, oh, all of a sudden I want popcorn. But, when you're at Eglinton Station, all of a sudden you want Cinnabon. And so, but we're not talking about, and Cinnabon, by the way, just as Jeff said before, Cinnabon's awesome. But we went to Cinnaholics yesterday. And the main difference between Cinnabon and Cinnaholics is that they just really, I don't know if it's the word customize, but they have really, they have specialty cinnamon rolls.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, they have their old school and they have some signature, but then they come out with all these different seasonal varieties. And what are some examples of what they have, Jeff?
So, for example, when we went yesterday, Ken, he got the CN Tower roll, and on the website it's maple frosting, topped with cookie dough, pretzels, pecans, maple drizzle, and caramel sauce. So that right was there.
Yeah, the maple drizzle. Remember, like I tried to identify that sauce on the bottom because it didn't.
Yes,
it was too clear to be caramel, and I guess it was maple. I didn't realize
it was maple,
that till now, and it makes
exactly
sense.
Right.
It's called the CN Tower roll. It's obviously all about Canada, so that's why it would have some maple on it. And then you also had the old school, and you also got the
tried true sauce one, the Fluffernutter. Which is basically, as we know, Fluffernutter is. I'm trying to find it here exactly how they describe it on their website. I guess it was a
Fluffernutter is under season.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah,
here it is. It is. It's peanut butter and marshmallow frosting, topped with more marshmallows and homemade peanut butter. Wow, homemade peanut butter. Didn't notice that.
Homemade peanut butter cups.
Oh, okay. Oh, yes, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's peanut butter. Yes, homemade peanut butter cups and chocolate sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
so basically, like I said before, Cinnabon, it's already pre-made, like baked already. You just point and choose the topping. But this one, so it's like going to like Sweet Jesus or what's a marble slab. So you choose. So you pick the ones you want, the rolls you want. They have the cinnamon rolls ready, already baked. They just warm them up, add more frosting, and then they sort of quote unquote custom make the roll for you. So instead of having all these rolls, different rolls already set, so they take your cinnamon roll, and for the Fluffernutter, they'll add the peanut butter, the marshmallow topping, marshmallows, peanut butter cups, and chocolate sauce. They'll make it for you, and then they give it to you. So it does take time, but it is worth the 3 to 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's made to order. However, everything basically except for this actual cinnamon rolls is
correct.
Is assembled. So the cinnamon rolls pre-made, still fresh. I'm sure it's made that day, and then they just put all the toppings on. Even the old school, like they put that frosting on until you order it.
Yeah, they actually have it's called Just Baked Yesterday roll. So it's a discounted package, and it's only half the price of a regular plain roll, like no frosting. I'm pretty sure you could ask for frosting. No, it's pre-packaged. So I don't know if they sell frosting on the side. They possibly do. I don't know.
They probably would. Yeah. They probably would. Yeah. So let's just start off, with what I had, the CN Tower.
Yes.
And once again, that CN Tower was the maple one, maple frosting with cookie dough, and a cookie dough would have been like a chocolate chip cookie dough.
Yeah.
Pretzels, pecans, the maple drizzle, and caramel sauce. And so I'm one of those people that like caramel more than I like chocolate.
Yes, me too.
Oh, I thought you were a chocolate guy, Jeff. So all this time, 'cause most people, they're all about chocolate. I'm more about. I mean, I don't hate chocolate. I'm not. I'm not,
No.
But if given a choice, I'd rather have caramel over chocolate every time. And
exactly
so,
right.
while the real reason why I was going to pick that, I remember before we even went in, I told Jeff and Diana that I wanted to get that Fluffernutter. But
yes, you did. I remember that.
But then when I walked in, I actually was talking to the girl because they only let 2 people in at a time, and there was one person waiting, and so the 3 of us couldn't go in at the same time. So I went in first, and I just asked her. I said, "Is there something in here that is a must get?" And she said, and she gave the typical answer, "Oh, everything here is good." But she said the most popular are the CN Tower, the Raptor Roll, and I forgot what the other one was. Oh, the Cookie Monster.
Oh, okay, yes.
Okay. And so I was like, okay, well, before I decided on the Fluffernutter, and I thought, well, let's just look. These other ones are more popular. And I decided on getting that CN Tower roll. And when I had it, first off the top, the actual cinnamon roll is very good. All right.
Yes, it is.
Everything about it. I can't say whether it's better or worse than Cinnabon because, you got to have good dough, right? And so they both have good dough and both good cinnamon. The toppings were good, and the whole reason why I took the CN Tower was because I wanted the sweet and salty. I wanted the pretzel on that.
Oh, yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, and that's why I wanted it because the other ones may have had it. It may have a salty component. I just didn't notice it. And there was a lineup outside. I didn't want to, be that guy that takes 1,000,001 years to decide. So I just said, okay, I get the CN Tower roll. And when I tried it, the first thing I said to Jeff was, "These pretzels are stale." Remember that?
Yes, I did. Yeah. Unfortunately, they were stale.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is, maybe it's because no one orders this. Well, not as many people order that CN Tower, or who knows what the reason was. The rest of it is really good. I will say this: I don't know if I've changed, but it was almost both. Both of them were almost overly sweet, but it is a cinnamon roll, and it is loaded with cookie dough and maple drizzle and caramel sauce. So and the frosting. So what do I expect? It was super sweet.
Oh yeah.
So I actually crashed hard on the sugar. Not like.
Oh, did you
pass out? I didn't pass out.
Okay.
Anything, but I was dragging after that.
Oh boy.
But it was good. There was that maple sauce. our maple drizzle that was on the bottom mixed with the caramel sauce, and I made sure to grab my fork and like kind of sop it all up. And so, I enjoyed it, but those pretzels were stale. What did you think of it, Jeff?
I was the same way. Just like I prefer the caramel over chocolate. Pretzels were stale. I guess another reason could be COVID. Because they were closed down for so many months. So they couldn't move as much stock, and maybe the pretzels are one of the slower moving items, so that could be why.
That's a really good point. They were closed for a while. And let's face it, these guys, they got to make money. They got to use some stuff.
They do. So. Yeah, but at the same time, like if they have an oven, I am a chef. They could have easily just popped those pretzels in the oven quickly, just to sort of crisp them up a bit, and then added to the each cinnamon roll as it went out.
And they do have an oven. I mean, it's obvious.
They do.
Yeah, so
of course.
Never thought of that. Yeah, they could have revitalized it. Eh?
Yeah, they could have. The one thing I didn't like, so they were using compostable containers. So good for the environment. So instead of putting it in the trash, you put it in the green bin.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, all the sauce, like both in the Fluffernutter and the CN Tower roll, the sauces were on the bottom, and you really couldn't get all the sauce up as you tried.
Yeah,
so maybe
it
would soak in. So maybe a small thing of wax paper or something at least, so you can at least get what you can. You get more of it instead of being soaked into the container. Like it'll be just on the wax paper, so you have more freedom to get as much sauce as you possibly can.
Yeah.
But taste-wise, yeah, I agree with you. It had a good mixture of the sweet and salty. I guess, yeah, a lot of the pretzels, like I didn't know it was maple drizzle until I'm reading it now. I guess if that was more pronounced as well.
I agree. Yeah, it wasn't very mapley. Like,
yeah,
I didn't even know that the frosting was maple. Like,
no.
Yeah, I didn't know. So,
but yeah, but for me, like when I go to Dairy Queen, I always get the anything with pecans on it. I like the salted pecans on ice cream. It's that sweet and salty. And this CN Tower roll with the pecans on it, was a favorite of mine. Yeah, I'll definitely get it again.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Definitely get that again. And then you had the Fluffernutter.
The Fluffernutter.
And there's actually two marshmallow ones on the menu. I was looking at that this morning. The Fluffernutter is a s'mores one.
Yeah, I didn't. So I'm guessing they also don't have all the rolls every day. Because if I did see the s'mores, I might have pushed for the s'mores over the Fluffernutter.
All right, so let's discuss. No, the s'mores is the marshmallow frosting with marshmallows, graham cookies, and chocolate sauce. And the main difference is the peanut butter cups. Like what?
The peanut butter cups and peanut butter. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So again, the Fluffernutter was peanut butter, marshmallow frosting with marshmallows, homemade peanut butter cups, and chocolate sauce. And again, with the peanut butter,
it was a tasty roll.
It was, yeah. And again, with the peanut butter, it did offer that sort of sweet and salty mixture that we both love. I didn't find this one as sweet as yours, so it was sort of a good balance to have something a bit more on the savory side because of the peanut butter compared to yours. But again, the chocolate sauce on the bottom was soaked up by the compostable container and the frosting, so I wish they had something on the bottom just for the customer to allow more of the sauce to consume rather than being soaked in.
That's a good idea. I never thought of that. Just a little wax paper on the bottom could change everything.
Yeah, or something else that's, I know wax has to be thrown out, so something that is compostable. I'm pretty sure they'll find something that'll do that in the near future.
Absolutely. So, before we rate the Fluffernutter, what would you rate the CN Tower roll?
CN Tower roll, let's give it an 8.
Yep, that's what I would give
10. Yeah. Like we said, it's a delicious roll overall. The pretzel's a bit stale, and I wish the maple sauce came out more.
And I agree. I was going to give it an 8. I was going to give it an 8. And 8's very respectable. I mean, I would order it again. So this is, and then the Fluffernutter, you know what? I would say this, like the Fluffernutter, I really enjoyed it. But what really make it much, much better is if they took a torch to that marshmallow.
Exactly right.
Like it would make it so much better, like twice as good. There's really a big difference between marshmallow and roasted marshmallow. I mean, there is night and day difference.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's just something they can't do or if it's just too time consuming. I mean, it does take a little bit of extra, and they have to have a torch to do it. So,
Right.
But that would really put it over the top. That is a game changer if they are able to do that.
Oh, for sure. I think for the Fluffernutter, they wouldn't do it necessarily, but the s'mores they should.
Yeah.
And I'm reading their description on the s'mores, and it doesn't say anything about burnt marshmallow or roasted marshmallow.
No, it just
and
says
even
marshmallow
picture,
frosting and top marshmallows. Yeah, and you said
even the picture doesn't show toasted marshmallows. So if they would add toasted marshmallows to the s'mores one, that's definitely one that I would get.
Yeah, that would probably be one that I'd probably get almost every time, just because toasted marshmallow. I mean, we were just talking about that last episode about the s'mores banh mi from a Far East taco. There's a certain flavor that's awesome.
That's that.
Yeah. So yeah, I would rate that one a little bit higher, maybe an 8.5.
Okay. Yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. Had a bit more of a savory kick to it with the peanut butter.
Yeah, it was more balanced. Just more balanced. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, but they're both sweet and both very, very rich. And then now, did you guys end up eating the old school? How was that?
Oh, you know what? Unfortunately, no. It is. We wrapped it well and froze it.
Oh, okay.
For a later date.
Cool.
So yeah. So as you know, myself and Diana, we're sort of dieting. We're watching our overall eating. So the Fluffernutter we shared with Ken, the Fluffernutter and the CN Tower roll that we shared with Ken, that was enough for yesterday.
Yep.
So we'll save this for another day. But same cinnamon roll and same frosting, so I'm pretty sure it'll taste delicious.
Now I gotta say is that when you look at the Instagram feed, because we have pictures of the old school roll, right, Jeff?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, we do.
All right. So when you look at an Instagram feed, you're gonna notice that Ed has significantly more frosting than Cinnabon would have. I mean, yes. It is really thick on there.
Oh yeah.
It almost looks different. Like it's just, and it looks like they put the same amount of frosting, whether it's the old school roll or something else. So
yeah, on everything it looks like.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you know what? There is an option I'm looking on the website. It's build your own cinnamon roll. So
yes.
Yeah. So if you wanted, let's say you said, we like caramel and we wanted the Fluffernutter instead of chocolate sauce, we can have caramel sauce instead. I'm sure that they do that for you. So.
Oh yeah, for sure. And just to give everyone, if you're not so basically Cinnaholic is an American chain. They were on Shark Tank.
Yeah.
And like I said, this is I think they're only Canadian, or at least their only Ontario location. But they also have, so here's some other flavors. So they actually have a pizza roll. So it's their signature dough with marinara sauce, non-dairy mozzarella shreds, and topped with sauce and cheese. And one thing we forgot to mention about Cinnaholic, they actually, I think they're vegan and dairy-free. I think all their cinnamon rolls are like that.
I did not know that.
Yes.
Wow. So what we had yesterday was vegan?
Yes, I'm pretty sure it is. I'm on their homepage. I'm trying to figure out. Oh, here it is. All our products are fresh baked, 100% vegan and kosher, as well as dairy and lactose free, egg free, and cholesterol free. So yeah,
that's very impressive because their dough tastes good. Like there's no eggs or milk in that dough. That's really impressive to me.
So that's why they're so popular. So yeah, you're exactly. You know what? I forgot about that. They were vegan, kosher, lactose, egg free, and everything else, and dairy free. But
still has gluten. But
yes, it has gluten, unfortunately. But it tastes very good, like very comparable to like Cinnabon or any other cinnamon roll dough.
Yeah, I'll say this. I didn't even know. And I had it yesterday, and it didn't even come to my mind that there was anything that tasted funny about the dough or anything like that. I had no idea that they're because if you're a vegan, I guess you're automatically dairy free. Is that right, Jeff?
Yes, you're right.
Yeah. So
yeah.
So pretty impressed with that. Yeah. So they had the pizza. I think that's their only savory offering. At least
it is.
Unless it's seasonal, there's other
Yeah, and then like for seasonal, they have the pumpkin spice roll, and then their signature rolls. So like as Ken said, the Cookie Monster, caramel apple pie roll, s'mores, blueberry pie roll. Raptors. Actually, the Raptors one we looked at as well. We're thinking of it. It's the marshmallow frosting, topped with peanut butter, cups, pie crumble, and raspberry jam.
I almost got that too. I almost got that one. Yeah.
We saw that. We're like, ooh, look at that.
Yeah, because basically when the girl said that the Raptors was one of the most popular, I was like looking at it, I was like, okay, I get it, because it does sound good.
Yeah,
so
for sure,
almost got that one. And then the other one that was most popular was the Cookie Monster. Obviously has like what do you call it on top? Cookie dough.
Cookie dough. And speaking of cookie dough, they actually do sell cookie dough scoops. And again, I'm guessing they're vegan, dairy, lactose free. So they have cookie dough with cookies and cream, mocha madness, I guess, with coffee chocolate, confetti, just basically a sprinkle of the frosting with sprinkles, PB&J, and then German chocolate. So basically a scoop of cookie dough you would eat raw, and then you add your toppings to it.
I think the cool part that it's vegan is that it's okay to eat it raw. I mean, like there's a lot of us that we just eat raw cookie dough, and you're kind of not supposed to. Right? You're not supposed to. And this stuff, I since it's vegan, I mean, that's probably not the only reason, but you could just eat it raw, which is kind of neat.
Right. Yeah. So
I remember seeing the cookie dough in the display case, and I remember thinking, that looks very, very filling, because it's like a scoop like ice cream. Like it looks huge. Yes, it is. I was like, wow.
Oh yeah.
They're just going to serve it like that. You're going to eat that with a spoon. I was like, wow. I'm kind of, maybe next time I'll go have that German chocolate. That sounds so good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they also have baby buns, so mini cinnamon rolls. And they actually sell cookies. Now, go figure, if they cookie dough, might as well think cookies and brownies.
Yeah.
But the brownies are just as is brownies, nothing fancy. I'm pretty sure if you wanted a brownie with some extra topping, they would sell that to you. No problem.
And you know what? They offer different beverages. I'm seeing there's coffee. Like seriously, a coffee would have been really nice with all that yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday was a cool day. Yeah, so coffee and a cinnamon roll would have been great.
That would have been nice. Actually, that would have upped the experience a little bit more. And they cater, looking like so. Wow, great. I mean, I'm definitely gonna go back here. Probably try out maybe either the cookie dough or maybe that Raptor roll next time I go. Yeah. So that is Cinnaholic, and that is this week's food worth mentioning. And next week, we're going to be looking forward to more food worth mentioning, right, Jeff?
That is right. Until next time, remember this quote from Julia Child: "People who love to eat are always the best people."
And of course, that includes my brother, Chef Jeff Santos, and I'm his brother, Kenny Santos, and you as well, if you love to eat food worth mentioning. Thank you, everybody.
All right, take care.
You've been listening to Santos Brothers Eat.
Food worth mentioning.